This Ukrainian town has dead bodies lying around. This is a Ukrainian town of Bucha, where hundreds of civilians are just dead on the roads. Ukraine has accused Russia of committing massacres in the cities that it had captured. People are sharing videos of dead bodies scattered across the streets. The visuals are so horrific that it cannot be shown on screen. The death toll in Bucha is rising every day, but that's not it. Ukrainian President Zelensky has said that the situation is much worse in many other cities that are close to this town. These bodies are being discovered as Russian forces are retreating from these cities and Ukrainian forces are clearing the rubble. On the other hand, Russia has denied all these charges and have called these images as fake. So what is exactly happening in Ukraine right now? Why are Russian forces retreating from the northern regions? And what does it mean for the war? As the peace talks are on, Russian forces have started retreating from the northern cities of Ukraine. These cities in the northern region around the capital Kyiv witnessed intense fighting in the last month. Even after intense bombing, shelling and airstrikes, Russia could not capture the capital of Ukraine. Now they are retreating back to Belarus and Russia. Why is that happening? According to Western countries and Ukraine, this in a way is a defeat of Russian forces that they could not capture Kyiv. According to them, Russian forces suffered heavy losses as they tried to invade the capital. But does that mean that the war is over? Absolutely not. Ukraine says that Russia is actually not retreating, but it is regrouping. It sees a strategy in Russia leaving the Ukrainian towns in the north to actually strengthen its position in the eastern region around Donbas. US assessment on the other hand says that they are going to refit, resupply and perhaps maybe even reinforced with additional manpower and then sent back to Ukraine to continue fighting elsewhere, most probably in Donbas. This means that it's not just the war is not over, but at the same time we may witness even more brutal scenes as Russia would come back and it does not want to project that it has lost the war. Russia had a goal in this war. They wanted to capture Kyiv and they wanted to overthrow the government. That did not happen. In fact, it reportedly faced heavy losses. So now it wants to capture the region where it can dominate and is strategically important. This also does not mean that Kyiv is now safe. In fact, the capital can be targeted using airstrikes and many other methods. All in all, the war is far from over. Now let us come back to mass graves. We are sitting all this in those cities where Russian forces are retreating. We do not know the exact scale of tragedy, and that will be known only once the war is over. Ukrainian President Zelensky has warned that he expects a big Russian assault in the next few days in the east. He has advised the citizens to flee the country's east while the chance still remains. This is in anticipation of a big Russian military onslaught in the coming days. So far, the UN has estimated the death over 1,600 civilians in this war, but in reality, this number could be much higher. Are we going to witness even more mass graves in Ukraine? Is Russia actually retreating, or is it regrouping to attack in even more brutal ways? Only the next few days will tell. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section. And if you like this video, do not forget to drop in a like and subscribe to India Times.